Although it may seem a strange habit, the truth is that the ingestion of feces in the canine species is much more widespread than it may seem at first. There are several ways to prevent your dog from eating feces, but they would be useless if we do not locate the origin of the problem, to give it a solution. The most important thing of all, is to know the cause for which a dog does it, so let's take a quick review of the possible reasons. 1. Dogs that eat feces for lack of nutrients. The lack of nutrients or enzymes is the most common reason why dogs eat feces, trying by physiology and their own instinct, to complement their lack in this way. That said, there are several reasons why a dog may have nutritional or enzyme deficiencies. You feed your dog with a poor quality feed, or failing that with poorly balanced food. Liver or digestive pathology, such as inflammatory bowel disease, among several. Intestinal parasites. 2. A dog eats feces out of illness. If it is a disease, it is very likely that it is of a digestive type or that it affects organs of this system, since it is in charge of controlling and absorbing nutrients from the blood. We must locate it to be able to provide it with adequate medication and thus prevent our dog from continuing to eat feces. Some diseases such as exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, inflammation of the pancreas, can cause our dog to have deficiencies in digestive enzymes or not to release them correctly, something that they try to look for in their feces or the feces of other dogs. Therefore, if we obtain a poor quality feed with excess cereals, since we cannot release such a large amount of amylase, our animal will try to obtain it with the feces. 3. Ingest feces due to intestinal parasites. It is also possible that it is not a systemic disease but intestinal parasites, which also prevent the absorption of nutrients, leaving our dog with significant deficiencies. Some intestinal parasites can be eliminated easily by taking pills that are given every 2 to 3 months with food, but there are also some intestinal parasites such as Giardia's spp. Able to survive those pills since they are another species of parasites. This type of parasites must be eliminated with a long treatment with an antiparasitic and an antibiotic prescribed by the veterinarian. To determine what type of parasite it is, there are several tests to diagnose it, but sometimes it is enough to perform a stool test, very inexpensive in veterinary clinics. 4. Eating stool due to hunger, anxiety or stress. Another reason why a dog eats feces is simply because of hunger. There are many people who, due to hourly necessity or due to being misinformed, wrongly feed their dogs. A dog less than 3 months old should eat between 4 and 6 times a day. This does not mean that we should inflate it to eat, but that we must ration a daily amount of food in 4 or 6 doses. A 3 to 12-month-old dog should eat 3 to 4 times a day. From 1 year of age, we should always keep 3 doses of food a day, especially in large breeds, since a feed available or a single intake a day could cause in these pathologies such as dilation, stomach torsion. By dividing your food into several intakes throughout the day we will prevent you from going hungry excessively. In this way your desire to eat feces will also decrease. 5. Dogs that eat feces out of imitation or fear of punishment. Everyone knows that dogs are very intelligent, and that is why from a very young age they begin to imitate us in many things, many more than we imagine. One of them is to see us collect their feces. They can appreciate that it is not something that we like and consequently they will try to collect it themselves, and their only way is to eat it. On the other hand, there are people who when they come home and see that their dog has relieved themselves inside, they get very angry and even yell or punish their dog. This is something that we should never do, because some dogs are able to eat their own feces simply out of fear of punishment or to make us angry. 6. Dogs that eat feces for hygiene or lack of space. As strange as it may seem on certain occasions, our dogs are actually very clean animals that try not to urinate or defecate near the place where they sleep. Sometimes when we have a puppy and we cannot take it out because it does not yet have its mandatory vaccinations, we have a bad habit of fixing a space for it in the kitchen, terrace or living room. In those cases, the dog has no option to relieve himself outside the home, so when he does them indoors, he sometimes eats them simply for hygiene, because they are not near his bed or play area. The same thing happens with adult dogs that spend a lot of time locked up at home or on a terrace. There are many occasions when they end up eating their own feces to maintain relative hygiene. Another example, in this normal case, can be in bitches that have had puppies. They eat their feces to keep the nest or quiet place where they are to suckle clean. Solving this type of behavior is as simple as preventing our dog or puppy from doing her business near where she sleeps or plays, programming a routine of trips to the park so that she learns to relieve herself outside the home. You are well, and I hope this video will be of great help to you. Take care of yourself and your furry friend, since he is a member of your family. Greetings.